B site is wide open, and they'll rotate into position, but not in time. Smoke's already down, and it looks like Heretics will be locked out into a post plant.
Yeah, the molly's going to hold them back. Won't be available for the post, but FNATIC clearly a little bit more wary about the retake. Beginning before CyvOph's aggression, though, immediately punished. He was meant to be this sort of distractor instead. Turning back to a 4v4.
Benji's watching their back, waiting for Alpha to round that corner, and he's made steps now. They know right where he is. They'll just smoke off and move to the site where Boaster now stands alone, not even on the site, in fact, so a bit of a problem when it comes to that defuse, because they're tucked in the corner. They've planted. Approaching it with numbers. Look at this north side push 3 about to round the corner. And Koshmaras, that's 3 rounds in a row that he has put in the dirt.
Oh, Benji just about got out of there. Good usage of the cage meant he couldn't really do too much, and kaajak has dealt with Benji as well immediately. Oh, I was going to say they deal with this, but yeah, RieNs just cool. Yeah, just a little bit of spam. He is the only player earning orbs other than via deaths. He's one away from his ult, but he'll get it online. I don't think he's going to use it in this scenario unless there are some crazy mistakes out of the FNATIC post plant.
You got loads of players with rifles there. Koshmaras getting a 0-3 on the board after that initial fight. I think he was the only real rifle. I'm not including the Bulldogs. Bulldog 1v1's on site. Nothing works. Everything goes the way of FNATIC. And then the Ghost just pops a few shots through the smoke, of course. RieNs is having quite a game. It's quite a series of games indeed. We'll see if that keeps up.
So it seems we have both teams starting on their favored side. From what we've seen so far this stage, and for Alpha, too many targets.
This time they move to the B side, and that means the challenge is Woot. And I was going to say, you know, it's tough to catch him lacking, but they've caught him off guard. Benji's now surrounded and soon to be dealt with. Somehow deals with CyvOph, even blinded up, but pressure from all sides, and finally he will fall, but the damage is well and truly done.
Make the call for his teammates to rotate in. I like the fact that crashies has actually been able to get an open plant. Gives him way more opportunities, but he's walking into the cross. As a player watching this angle, Boo just sat there waiting. Koshmaras almost sacrificed to the wall. His role will just be to try and get the entry off the back of CyvOph's ult. The first, though, relatively easy to clear. That Judge has got rid of one, and actually, Boaster's gone down just off the back of the net.
They at least move towards the north side of B, but Benji has slipped through underneath, and they have no idea of the snake slithering in the grass right behind them. Benji! He won't get 3, but the round, it's already there.
That early fight, they delay, they slow things down, but on the other side, it's not like players are just
Heretics having a similar idea. And it looked for a second like RieNs wanted to push up, and it's a good job he didn't. Woot just found out the hard way that FNATIC's coming.
They have still got, well, I was going to say 3 players, but never mind. CyvOph has woken up, and now it's going to have to be some risky plays from Boo and RieNs, and, well, the risks did not pay off. It leaves Koshmaras left. Of course, he's going to be willing to throw this sniper in. Just an attempt to do as much damage as possible. Of course, this was a hefty investment from the side of FNATIC. If he can even take a couple away, that will hold value, but a huge round seemingly locked in from them already.
I think a big part of this is that early game, acknowledging that Heretics, with the control they have, or wanting a little more. It's been re-smoked, but they've caught crashies, and then swung into kaajak. A beautiful setup from Heretics. A little bit of aggression sprinkled in, and it's given them the upper hand.
Well, that's the thing, they're still worried that this smoke might have some deep control. They can't risk running through it, and they're being pincered in from behind. They're slowly being closed in on, and they've only got 25 seconds. They've got nowhere left to go. Boo's even starting to think like, okay, I could just end this round with my ultimate. I'm going to hold it for a second or 2, and they don't clear that back corner! Benji once again sits within this B site. He has been difficult to clear.
He's going to go through the volley as well. He's caught them off, but the shots don't land. Boaster and crashies able to pull this into an advantage, and now a plant can be found as well. Heretics putting numbers on that south side, but now they split as well. Boo comes north. That's the orbital strike. I don't know the idea, the intention here, but with Nightfall, orbital strike, and indeed the finger gun's already out. It's going to be a lot thrown at FNATIC for now, though. Nothing hits. They're keeping that heaven control, and kaajak will not be pushed out of position on site there. It's looking like an impossible round now. That first wave, that burst of ultimates, finding nothing, it leaves them so far on the back foot that I'm surprised they're even still trying. weapons being thrown away. They've got the credits, I suppose, but even then, RieNs is...
Picks up the pieces of the weak economy, but this is everything on the line.
Molly from Boo's going to delay them, but they've taken Kosh. Boo has to make a big play and slip it into the wall. Unfortunately, as a slip up, the CyvOph was waiting on the side. It's success across the board for FNATIC. Even losing one, they've got contingencies with Alpha holding for that second man on the south side. It is going to be RieNs alone again. This time in the 1v4, he'll find the first. It doesn't look like he's given up on it just yet. Knows there's a player close. Has the right idea, but a triple swing is primed and ready. They just need this round, but Heretics have invested fully, and somehow Koshmaras avoids 2 fights taking him down in main. He's got the info early.
And here comes the overdrive. Showstopper has been sent out. A chance, and he's going to get 2! Massive from Woot. A little bit of luck that's gone a long way. And leaves just 3 remaining for the side of FNATIC. Of course, you mentioned the running back. It is online, and the other ult that they used is also now gone. Left to Alfia, and unfortunately, again, too many targets. Nothing landed. And with the spike down, even a recovery here seems impossible. Of course, credits-wise, they're not in a bad position, so it's no real surprise to see FNATIC try and just throw bodies at this. And crashies probably is a little bit surprised that there's still someone on the B site.
Yeah, I don't think that would have crossed his mind for even a second. And actually, the time it's going to take this fight is going to win the round.
He just wants to kill him
for
now.
Heretics. But yeah,
just for being a rat. He's like, you know what? We don't like rats. Get out of here, Boo. But yeah, 14 HP. Probably just going to try and hold on to the gun. And he's not going. Unfortunately, not a lot of them coming off the kills. Flash is going to give the space. Allow him to go through on the run it back, but especially with the stun, I don't know if he's even going to make it to the side. No, it's just going to be the spam through. kaajak's at least done one on the other side, and then re-aggresses to take down the flanking Benji. Turns it back into an advantageous position, but more importantly, opens up A. However, they're just baiting this. They're baiting the push forward. Incredible. They've pulled out Koshmaras into a fight that he didn't even know he was about to take and given them an even bigger advantage.
RieNs has bailed them out of worse situations, you would say, in the past, but not this time. The spike departure from the norm, from what we've seen so far. And he will find the person to hunt him. He got that kill. They're like, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's play.
They know it's fake.
Okay, I hear you, Ines.
Yeah.
Can I do it now?
Yeah. Go. Dash.
Go.
One tower, guys. Cypher tower. Tower. Kill, guys. Can we kill tower? Everybody's there. Can we kill tower? Can we kill tower? Killing me, guys. Good job. Guys, one behind. Fight CT.
Kill CT.
Nice. Last behind. Main. Close.
Pick on me.
Yeah.
Pick on me, guys. Only on me.
So far, but they've spotted him now. Should be a formality.
Ooh, okay.
Well,
that was a nice shot.
Big risk.
The problem now is the time. There's so much that kaajak would have to do. I think this has come down to basically just how many orbs can he farm up in the next few seconds, especially with the deep control of both duelists. And eventually,
shot. You can see presence taken by Heretics north side, already speeding up. Woot is going straight into heaven. He's giving it away though. The boombot's being sent through, but he is following it up at a pace the FNATIC just could not expect.
He got the orbs.
Showstoppers online from Woot, but CyvOph is fighting back. The rocket not going to land on him, but he sent instead corral towards the executioner of benjyfishy. And with kaajak alone this round,
they're going back. Genuinely catch them on the cross. Able to get down to the site. Looking to try and clear this, but realistically, he's so far forward that why would anybody expect him to be here? The first, that was the low player. The next two, definitely going to be a little bit tougher. Trying to bait him into a swing, but almost waiting to see where that second player comes from. Boo, just stuck within the site. Nowhere to clear, waiting for the cross. There's the swing out from Boo, but he doesn't land the shot. However, a hefty tag onto kaajak leaves this a lot less likely. No reason for them to swing anymore. They've grouped up together, repositioned into one. And Benji's just waiting. They're going to
lock-in mode, which has been very good so far.
Oh, the flash.
Oh, they're looking the other way. The distraction. It pays off for one. And a stun. But how much more can he get from here? In fact, the smoke has to go down to get him out. And they do manage to extract kaajak, so a man advantage persists.
Yeah, Boaster's already retrieved a gun as well. Of course, for Heretics, they were at least able to get out with a spike. That could have been really dangerous if that had been dropped behind the smoke. Instead, they're looking to try and re-clear the same angle. If anything, it's the same trap being set, and this time kaajak on the other side. A shot through the smoke. It clears out Boo. No other additional weaponry has been retrieved just yet, still leaving it with just the one. But that is the risk. That's why Heretics wanted to fight it. If we give this up, it guarantees weaponry into enemy hands. And I think now with crashies clearing, there was temptation to go for it, but as of right now, they're going to go just with that singular gun. It has, however, been handed to Alfajer.
30 seconds left.
Wood's trying to take space, but Alpha's already here, locking it down. Benji alone, big plays, as we've said. We've seen him deliver, but this one, too hefty a package.
Also, just not only the initial trap play, as you said, the sort of bait from CyvOph was sublime, but then you have like a change of, okay, we've now swapped kaajak back to the other side.
Opponent's about to round that corner. Prowler goes first, and he fires the shot at it instead. Okay, Heretics have bought themselves a second. Leafs of light. CyvOph up close. Only the one. That op still waiting on the site, and they know it. For Heretics, there'll be time to speed up, to take it down as it rings out up in heaven. Or they could send it to the other side of the map, but they need to make a choice soon. 45 on the clock.
They're going to get the info. I guess kaajak on the other side has it as well, but another shot that goes awry leaves a somewhat isolated kaajak and then caught up from a different angle. Alfajer hoping that maybe he can get some information off his remaining utility. But they are going to be able to cross, and more importantly, RieNs, while trying to get the spike down, kills off Boaster.
Spike planted.
Makes it so much more difficult for the remaining two players, and they're making that.
Removed from FNATIC's clutches as well. A buy in the next possible, a final leg before the map closes in Heretics' favor. This has to be FNATIC's final stand. Big investment. As we said, the ult there for kaajak. They still get him a rifle, but they've lost the B site, forced into the retake early on.
This seems like the plan, though. Like when you have the run it back, you have the overdrive, you got an ability to run in, get some information, maybe get a kill, have no risk behind it, then you can follow up a pace, and that's not bad already. A trade onto an ultimate puts them with a man advantage. Alfajer is looking to try and get them the rest of the information, try and clear those players from the backline. That's exactly what they're doing. Get rid of RieNs and leave it onto 2. No ultimate to play with. Boo just needs to swing this, and now they know. They've also got Nightfall. Just look at FNATIC though, they're not on the site. They've seen this coming. They knew that there's a good opportunity. They're going to send in an ult, they're going to get super pacey with it and go for that post spawn. FNATIC very happy to try and play the retake, especially now. You mentioned the ults of the last round. Now they have that orbital strike. They can clear some of those angles. Heretics, though, their response, play in more aggressive positions.
Yeah, stay out of those easy chokes. Like you expect that orbital strike to go towards heaven. So not being caught in the corner up there is key. And there it is, coming down just as expected. This is their moment now to push forward. Take the fight to FNATIC as they go to push in off their ults. And it's Benji fighting too. The push up from CyvOph is messy. He's got there in the end, but Benji's triple has kept it within the realms of possibility for Heretics. They've heard the steps, they know where Koshmaras. Both of your Prowlers. The reveal now finds nothing. You've only got main for your trouble. Now the site push needs some help.
Oh, there's so many players here from FNATIC. They are so aware of what is going on. 4 players already on this side of the map. Benji's done well, though. The re-swing, it's aggressive, it gives opportunity, but that time is ticking. They've still left at the back of the site. kaajak is not a man that you want to try and deal with in 8 seconds. And Boaster's there on the... CyvOph has also managed to just earn up his ult as well. That run it back is already online once again. Of course, only 6 orbs. It's aggressive, though, from Boaster. Showstopper also utilized. It's going to give them at least space on the site, but they do also have to deal with a player in tower. This is a complete wraparound, though. They've seen nothing towards that mid spot of the map and just go, okay, well, there's no one here, so that must mean they're pushing the extremities. I think crashies has now had that realization, but yeah, one of the weirdest rotations you may ever see.
Oh, man, how's Benji so low? Well, round 21.
Joke's over.
One of these teams is set to take the lead. Benji will catch Alpha there. No surprise they didn't expect him to be in that corner. They thought a big old rocket came and cleared it. CyvOph takes down Boo though. The ult not offering up a trade. Now they move to the side as kaajak got the finger guns out, but crashies landing too.
Heretics, like making the realization there's no one through the map.
Bell tolls 2 rounds. 2 chances for FNATIC to lock in the lead coming out of their opponent's map pick. And it starts with success, but Boaster goes walking through a smoke. But so do Team Heretics, and they've been smoked by the players on the other side.
Who then battered Heretics. So it's going to be a lot for Heretics to prove here, and they are picking up the pace immediately in towards that B site.
Well, a confident start would definitely help out for the attacking side, and it looks like even after finding B for free, they're not happy. They want more, and so in towards Hobbit they go. Where now a shorty will be defending that doorway. Nice shot by kaajak, swing back in, a little risky from CyvOph, but now they'll just wait. They'll just take this fight together, or at least they'll try to. Heretics pushing it down, taking it towards the spawn, but kaajak has sent 3 out of the round. It's Benji and Woot left to do it all, and the flank around for Benji is perfect, putting things back even until Woot puts them in the lead. It's Heretics 2v1 time on their side as crashies is under pressure, and this very few people
like
are bringing the Redgar vibes back from back in the day, where that man genuinely, I think he pressed his eyes against the monitor. He's up close. Maybe that's going to help him hit some shots this match.
This is, again, very pacey from the side of Heretics. Already getting deep control, and when you have the likes of a Judge and weaker rifles, the closer you can get, the better. This is an unorthodox position, though, from the side of Benji. Like, he's just waiting for one man, and one man alone. Alfajer setting up for this, and he's just, that's got to be a tilter. Like, you are waiting for someone to maybe try and catch the rest of your team. Instead now, Benji has a second opportunity to backstab. He will need to get a move on, though. kaajak already with 1 back into the site. Woot looking to try and hold onto the angle, and will be able to do so. Yet to die, but that will change very quickly. RieNs dealt with, and now that backstab has to come in again. But Benji already claiming his second flash out, and he first time playing the Viper. I think cycling of utilities already is going to be so important with that agent. He's a pinnacle piece of a puzzle that is normally perfect. The start, though, is sublime. And with CyvOph holding his ground, that's already a further advantage. Showstopper out finds nothing, and he's managed to take a lot of space back, but he's caught by the spam from Woot.
Yeah, he realized that, well, he had to go somewhere to avoid that showstopper. Good reasoning, good shot, and kaajak misses up top. That would have been the round lockdown, a 4v2 before the plant even comes in. Instead, Heretics, they get another lifeline. Perhaps it will be one of their last, given FNATIC 3v3 now, that op waiting to hear it sing, but 50 seconds on the clock. Heretics don't seem to be feeling pressured. Despite being surrounded, despite needing that spike plant, they are taking their time.
With how quick they were, they can afford to do this, and it's constantly forcing FNATIC to recheck and re-clear, especially the tapping of the door. Like, that was the goal. They want to bait someone into making a mistake, try and get them to fight you, so that then you have an opportunity to plant for free. The problem with planting right now is it's a danger. You give yourself an instant disadvantage. So they are waiting just to see if that mistake is made. Another whiff shot, uncharacteristic, and now they're going to clear out crashies as well. They have been on this site for well over a minute, but they have brought it down to just a singular player left. Boaster looking to try and claim his spot at home, his spot in London, but with the smoke already in hand. He's done a lot of damage, but taken even more in return. A 1v2 that seems to be slipping further and further away with 5 bullets left, and he's not baiting them into any sort of fight. They are just taking that to the beginning, to even having pretty big advantages a couple of rounds ago. It's that same pace that Heretics look to hit them with. Already, they're going to be taking the weaponry away and forcing FNATIC into a retake.
Placing wall trap.
Saving that wall for post plant as well. A deadly setup you've just seen put through there for Benji.
Spike planted.
As soon as the wall's tripped, flash goes up, and whoever's caught inside's in big trouble. But now lockdown in play. They're going to have to fight against that.
Okay.
And it's Koshmaras with a double. The nade doing the dirty work, but Kosh is going for more. They're guaranteed the lead.
Yeah, really impressive stuff. It even felt like they
Not before there's 3 bodies on the floor, and none of them were from Heretics. An initial fight from Woot here. He's left a little on his own, but Boo, TP's out for the trade. Now big swing coming in to try to pull it back into Fnatic's favor, and it looks to be working. Benji, though! He's thrown a wrench into the plans of Fnatic, and he could be burying them beneath another feet of dirt. It is a potential 8-0, and the man who can stop that dominant score from coming through is Alfajer.
Benji has only died once so far. He's been impeccable, nigh on perfect, battling for that opportunity to make it to Masters London. The bait on the wall. He doesn't know maybe if the player's already crossed, but feels like he would have had the timing. Still a little bit wary of that wraparound, and his reposition gives him a good spot. Alfajer, though, knows that he's going to have to drop back down, maybe. No, he's gone so far, but he will.
On the right side of the map, as you can see, Heretics wasting no time.
Yeah, they've been so good at just getting in incredibly fast, getting into those post plants. And as we saw earlier, their post plants are impressive, but in this case, they had no plan of planting. kaajak already bringing one back. Knows there's still a man on the plant, will go through the thorns, takes a lot of damage as he does, and it makes that kill all the more easy. CyvOph already low, Boaster
Spike planted.
nowhere near the action just yet. In fact, Boo, I don't even know if anybody's going to expect this corner this late into the round, especially with everybody else and where they're facing. Boo's just looking to try and make sure he can protect his teammates through a bit of an awkward corner. Bear in mind, CyvOph is so low, they'll fight him together, making sure there's no chance.
It's definitely not the look that we needed to see from this squad. Boaster getting a mower half. Possible. It's deep to crash.
It's a ruse.
It's a lot of control over A main. And nothing for it. CyvOph, though, does well. His wall gives him the cover to back off. That is perfectly played. And now with an advantage, they can fall back to the retakes that have worked out so well.
Yeah, he got the snake bite off in time. Left him with enough that even when Wu went through it. But from A to B, now trying the C plan from Heretics, but they've taken so much damage. CyvOph now in the right place again, his second kill of the round. A post plant will be there, but this is an advantage Fnatic surely can't lose.
In a normal round, you'd say that, but this time, they cannot afford to let this one slip. They shouldn't lose it off the numbers alone. And they couldn't lose it if they want this map to be theirs. It's going to be RieNs. Seeing the first as the retake already underway. Numbers on site, spams coming through while others hold for the aggression. All their bases covered, and Fnatic hitting nothing but home runs.
Leaves them with a lot to play with that paranoia available just to try and slow them once again. And with an additional stun thrown through, challenging this
30 seconds
definitely
left.
seems like a bit of a gamble. 2 players still on the other side of the map, but RieNs will win that initial fight. They now have to send it though. And Boaster is still yet to make the call for his teammates to actually rotate over to this side. 15 seconds left, but if they split back towards B, there will still be somebody waiting.
That wall, though, it's gotten them through. The paranoia didn't land, but the stun on top of it, what can you do? There's no way to deny that plant. But they can at least thin the herd alongside it. Boaster does well to find one. But for Fnatic, they're losing control. Heaven's now being pushed into as well. The Viper's Pit is an attempted way back in, or so it seems. But look at the map. The only player on that side is CyvOph. You've had Boaster wrap around to the south side while doubled up in Heaven. They look to try to punish that aggression from earlier, but Heretics have simply fallen out. They've given up that space. The timer is ticking, and it's not Heretics under pressure. A reveal up close, that's a freebie! Alpha's deleted, crashies traded on immediately, and even a showstopper for good measure. Heretics will not let this round slip, and the gap extends, a guarantee of 9 at the half with 1 round left.
9-2. Another aggressive fight for A control ensues, and well, they've got the information of where these players are. RieNs is firing on all cylinders.
That's a full bloodbath in A main to start the round. Shrouded step from Boo, got him across, avoiding the C's. Even in a 3v3, the number's even, but look how big the map is. Now they've realized where the hits come. Boo, you're in a nano, bro!
Oh my God.
1 HP! A little bit of decay in the mix, but that could have been the end.
Yeah, just the elevated nano, but like that's been around for a long, long time. I'm surprised he gets caught that much by it and now completely blinded. But even still, that's an even trade. RieNs down to just 7 HP. Still wary of a player in the corner. RieNs is just not stopping his 14th kill of the half, leaving crashies 33 health and desperately trying to at least put a curse onto the board, but it seems...
Rather see.
Yeah,
I drop my one now.
I guess Vice is on A.
They're played power B. I'm gonna see.
They're doing it. Two more.
3.
3 in Hobbit. Yeah, 3 Hobbit and 1 A.
I'm watching main.
See how I'm blinding him.
Spike down.
105 neon. 105 neon.
3, 4.
Last player standing.
Directly I mean.
Bot coming back.
I'm more surprised, like, especially when we see in the replay how RieNs is not dead, because he was full blinded walking into the crosshairs of like multiple players and just somehow didn't die. I think it kind of shows how things are going. RieNs seemingly...
No.
He's gonna get blown by the wall! That's what you get, RieNs!
Bro, come here, I will knife you, bro! Why are you crossing the ball?
Too big of an ask for even FNATIC. And I know that's a crazy thing to say.
Oh my God! Well, we talked about FNATIC dominance. A 13-4 the last time, 13-2 the last time they played this, and now they are getting decimated. A complete turnaround from the previous. An attempted wrap. Timing is all they could really hope for, and they have none of it. The luck has all but dissipated. A third map, all but guaranteed. Unless crashies can pull off a 1v4, and then they win a further 9 rounds in a row. And then they go to overtime. In case you didn't realize, I did not believe.
Expecting something spicy, and instead you got the ketchup. Nice opening from Alfajer. I mean, listen, ketchup can still have a bit of a kick to it too. Just ask So Marcus. He knows all about it. Let's see if this flavor is what FNATIC needed. RieNs, he's thinking about going forward. Benji's alongside him, but they'll back off, at least for the time being, and it's a good thing too, because Boo's just being cut down to size. This split from FNATIC is, well, finding a lot of success in the back of Alfajer. A triple for him in this before we finally see kaajak answer the call, and, well, Woot left to pick up the pieces. A welcome departure from the success that Heretics had in every single pistol round before this.
Yeah. And then also a chance to get 50% of the rounds that they got on the last map as well. So definitely a bit of a step up.
There was no need.
Hey, they blocked me on Twitter. It's cool, you know.
That is true. Well, like I said, 5 kills in the previous map. Confidence builder, much needed for a FNATIC that was slow to start. Found the finish on map 1, never started map 2. Finally finding their pistol round, they seek a third. 3 in a row.
My ultimate's ready.
Managed to play with that steel guard, definitely puts the pressure on here. Woot able to make it out just about, but he will be locked out of that site. All alone now, one man, and it's benjyfishy. He will find the first, and they are slow to look for trades. He's given a chance to catch his breath, ready himself, steel himself for the battle to come, and another found as a result. Benji, you put him in a corner, and he comes out swinging every time. With crashies alone, he spots one, lands the headshot. HP very low for Jojo, close for Koshmaras. Oh, and he gets caught by the flash. He ate it. Getting out of there is tough, but he makes it. Yeah. They're very slow to follow up, and look at that damage on the spam! Oh! Koshmaras in for the double with the judge! And that, unrecoverable. With Alpha spotted here, that was the one saving grace. A man slipping past, but no, not flying under the radar. Short. Like, either the KO flash blinded the whole team, or
the chance to play at Masters London, other than in a show match, is gone. And already, they're going to start that execution.
Oh, those shots through the smoke. He knew Woot was going to walk in off the cloudburst, but that damage done, that could come back to haunt Woot now as the round ticks on. 3 players have made it to the site, though. FNATIC have to make a choice. They heard the tunnel smokes go up that allow those players to retake back through, but going back is no longer an option. The op has been seen now, and FNATIC are the ones boxed in, surrounded by the defensive side, with no retreat.
30 seconds left.
But seemingly no will to press forward, barely any utility. A reveal back online now. A nade from CyvOph, but it's about the best that they can hope for on the other side. Paranoia sent through, a problem as time keeps ticking. 14 seconds left. Where is the fast FNATIC we spoke about? They're down to the very last tick of the clock.
Home event, that would be a shock.
A shock to the system delivered. CyvOph down and out. kaajak could be in the same boat. The blades refreshed, but it's Koshmaras quicker on the trigger. It's the finger guns firing on all cylinders. He's going out for his 5th and final 6-2 with an ace from Koshmaras.
Time to pull out an ace. You've just trapped them, shut them down, as if it wasn't bad enough. You come in as a man who only joined midway through this stage. At the time, it almost seemed like panic stations.
Stomp them out. They've done it on big stages. This has looked dominant up until now. The tide seemed to turn as Woot falls with 1. It's Benji and Kosh. But remember, Kosh aced the last one.
It's funny, he would have actually died to that trip. Had to make sure he shot it.
Spike planted.
They need to clear Alpha here. And he has no reason to fight, no reason to peek until that moment, until he hears that door being broken.
Careful here.
That's his time to strike. Oh, a little bit given. Shot in the foot, wouldn't kill him out, and already Benji is dropped. The next one. Even still, though, the knife going through on B. Left split, and that's a huge kill for CyvOph. Takes a bit of a risk, pop flashes himself in. A bit of a confidence play, but again, there's the response with the op.
He's been so good, man. He really has. Thinking about his performance when he first came in to now, night and day. A dark night on the horizon for Team Heretics. If they lose this, FNATIC back to their old ways, the winning streak.
Ooh.
Only on 3 for now, but could still be even at the half. Battle of the spams up top. A risky one to play in, with the reveals about to come through. Now the real danger, they've got to run. It buys more time, and RieNs has fallen. crashies had the angle, and now Kosh. Surely, that's already done. He tries to make slow. We thought we'd left it in the past, but of course not. Old comps bring back old ways. Koshmaras up close on the reload of the shotgun. He'll be caught by kaajak. The double now. It's Woot that has to answer back, but his blade's taken away. The Sheriff not ready for the fight that was to come, and kaajak wins the battle on backside. The spike needs to be picked up and planted.
10 seconds left.
No stress, 10 seconds is plenty of time. But Benji and RieNs need to retake. That's a huge, that is a massive pick for Benji.
He's given them an opportunity. They'll know where both of these players are. Look to try and clear out Boaster. A complete reposition. Holding himself below, but then swings back out to try and fight with his teammate. Just wanted to give them a little bit more space, an advantage with the smoke, not allowing the double swing to come through from the Heretics players. It makes this incredibly awkward. Even still, they look to group up, and Boaster has done well. It's a 1v1 that, if this corner was rounded, would be troublesome. Instead, though, Alfajer sent the ult in on that B site. And although Benji will be able to keep his gun, this seems like a ruse. The problem is the angle's not been checked. And Koshmaras is just waiting to see if there's anyone more. Now he goes hunting. Paranoia actually catches him, but now Wu also springs into action.
Oh, they go to the other side, the B site where they've had this stack up. They'll spot one. They'll know he's towards the back, but Benji's up close. Now, RieNs distracts! Never mind! Boy, never missing. 2 international events. Well, Heretics could be the ones to make that first time come true for FNATIC already. Heretics making it to the A site, full control, and a plan found.
Yeah, this is the first pistol that was won by FNATIC. Now can they add another to the tally? An aggressive fight back. kaajag's done well at least, and the plant's still yet to go down. Maybe trying to bait a couple of players in with the initial tap, and the door has already been broken. crashies has taken a lot of damage, so at least initially was a bit more passive. Maybe now wants to be the guy to almost set the bait, give an opportunity. And you can see that Alfajer is still worried that somebody's going to be coming in on that flank, coming in from behind. And with a trip in front and a smoke now in the way, he's got to be careful he doesn't get caught on the way in.
Not much in terms of utility. It's going to be raw aim fights with all those big guns invested into, and the Sheriff and the Ghost, they find damage. Alpha left alone now. Time ticking. Ringa Rosie in play, but Alpha always... 35 seconds. Heretics taking a leaf out of FNATIC Spoke, but going a little bit quicker with it. That might slow them down, though. Steel Garden put into play. And now as they make their way out to site, it's with 25 seconds left. The swing in from Alpha, nothing found. Paranoia back in return as CyvOph's now surrounded and soon to be dealt with, you'd imagine. Finally falls. And although he did far more than his share of the work, it seems there's still too much left to be done. kaajak needs a barn.
I assume that's more for the orb. Much else. Okay, the swinging from Koshmaras, that's an easy pickup for Alfajer.
A little ahead of the curve on that one. As for move towards A main, they're ahead of the smoke and everything, but walking in, there should be a price to pay. But kaajak misses the shot. It's uncharacteristic. We've seen a few in this series. Perhaps the pressure is getting to them. In goes the Paranoia. The Hunter's Fury lands the tag, and the kill is easy on the back of it. Same can be said for CyvOph. The advantage sits still with Heretics. crashies. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble now. He's decided to go wide. That's a crazy play. And, well, he gets the predictable result.
He went for the surprise factor. Oh,
it's awkward.
9-7. And yeah, as you said, there have been moments in this.
Heretics are all in A main, ready to burst out. And we talked about the numbers advantage with the pistols. They're playing together. The Paranoia's good, but the shots from Boaster are not so hot. That is going to be a 10 for Heretics. I'm confident in saying Alpha and crashies with it all to do, with 5 players up against them, 1 rifle between them. One thing I'll say is they've got time on their side. It's only planted now, but big mistakes needed from Heretics. And honestly, if they lose this one, we've got to pause right after.
Well, yeah, and they haven't been aggressive in their post plants. They've been passive. They've been sitting back. Look at them with their crossfire angles. A nice shot for one. Benji was just looking to try and trade, but because of that, he's given them another angle. The remaining players, though, falling back. They know exactly where Boo is, and Alfajer's killed him off as well. The danger in this round has got higher and higher. No ultimates to play with, and now Alfajer is remaining versus 1. Him against RieNs, the 2 raid bosses of these teams. Turkish excellence versus Turkish excellence! And you better not come at the king! Alfajer has brought them a lifeline with the Emoda Thrifty.
An Emoda Thrifty and some unbelievable shots. We said it. You said it, Tom. He's been doing it for years. Certainly. In this series, he's had his moments, but none quite like this. I said if Heretics lose that round, there's going to be... The long pause has ended. The bloodbath will ensue. kaajak, the first to find a kill as Benji falls on the other side, but FNATIC, they don't give up on the back of that. They've got the advantage, but they're pushing forward.
kaajak is very well placed. A pot shot not going to land, but there's still a couple of players here.
Dodging that knife is key. Now the Blade Storm's still online, but Alpha's dropped through. We're losing players by the second for Team Heretics, and with 12 seconds left, they have got to press forward through the numbers, and it's not going to work. Not with Alpha
The more he does it, the more I think he's going to keep doing it. Well, again, kajak's been dealt with. Hunter's Fury being expended. CyvOph is going to try and flash into it. He's been domed, but there will still be a trade back off the Hunter's Fury. Alfajer now in position. That's all it really feels to matter about at this stage, and they are going the other way. Now, he did manage to retake.
I know exactly
before.
where you are.
He's going to go pushing up a dangerous battle to take while being revealed, but instead now they start running back in the other direction. An opportunity for crashies, but they know he's here. They have an idea, at least, of his position over the last few seconds. The TP back in the other direction, but they've heard everything. They know everything other than one piece of information. Paranoia, and he's going to get out of there. Managing to clear the angle. I think even maybe realizing that Wu has already crossed. Brought things back into a 3 versus 3. Here's the TP, and goes looking. It's time, though, Boo will be able to escape, but there's still a player within the site they need to deal with, and they have done. But even still, it's only at a trade.
Boaster's got his, and Alpha's looking for his own. A wrap around the back, but Boo catches him just in time. Now crashies, has to carry that mantle forward, and he will!
Oh, here goes that Ares once again.
30 seconds left.
Pressure being put onto the B site. kaajak's already managed to deal with the fake, and Alfia waiting, but he's been dealt with. Nice shot from Benji. crashies in that back corner and just managing to spam one out. The reveal is perfect. They're being trapped in slowly, but even still, while being surrounded, the Heretics are fighting back. Plant looking to come in. CyvOph maybe hoping to deny it, but won't be able to, but he's got a lot further than expected. A chance to maybe put a clutch of his... Set themselves with an opportunity. kaajak in position, one falls, a second as well. RieNs hoping to fight back, but counter utility keeping them in their place for now. The rotation already in from the remaining two, looking to try and lock them in on that flank, not allowing them a way out, but RieNs is not giving up without a fight. Boaster trapped, isolated against nothing. It's RieNs again. Bruised, beaten, but not out just yet. But even still, Alfia and crashies have already saved multiple rounds. Alfia with one, but RieNs really needs to do it all. An ace or bust. crashies will tag him up, knows exactly where he is, but RieNs is...
of clutches so far when it comes to Ascent. Narrow margins from the get-go. And a 1v1 with one man needing to take the whole team for his side to survive.
Slipping for FNATIC. The ultimate's definitely in their favor. A kill or two could completely turn this round. Instead, though, the ace, well, guess what? That gave an ultimate to the other side, and this time the entries are found, but guess who's left? Guess who's fighting? Alfia trying to do it all. Boaster's now joined in weaponry, about to be removed, and he's still holding the line. Woot with a shorty, but he's run out of bullets, and now it's left to RieNs again. An ace in the last round, a clutch needed in this one.
This was what we were looking to see today. The kings of our region, and now RieNs has to find both. Two big players, but kaajak, the heavy hitter, not on the site. Boaster's hiding behind a smoke, but the time's ticking, and now RieNs isolates at 20 seconds! Said last time it was a barn burner of a game, and Heretics showed that they could play that same game, make those comebacks happen.
Where did he dive? Was that spam through the wall?
It was either on top of the wall or through it, and I see a bullet hole in it. Yep, straight through the wall, taking them down.
That's insane.
Hell of a start for Boo. Oh, and what a shot by Benji. crashies caught on the shoulder peak, and now they know exactly where this defensive side is, and they run into the numbers.
What, they don't? They started to rotate away. They thought they'd be going in the other direction, and now up close, pop flash in, but there's a judge on the other side trying to clear Koshmaras. Well, he is pit and not anything more. Leaves Alfia. It will be the best of the lot. Too much to ask. An unfair question to even think about. And RieNs waiting patiently on the other side. 15 HP means that, well, it was over before it even began, but somehow with Alfia, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Not this time.
An operator, he won't have shields to work with, but he's in the right spot towards A. Two teammates defending in front of him, though, holding ahead of the defensive line. kaajak with one hell of a shot. And now the op, well, he's stuck behind a box. What move is he gonna make? Tries to slide away, but kaajak's there to catch him. And Boaster, quick on the trade, stops Boo with just the one.
What?
Well, Alpha, of all the shots he's hit, I didn't expect that to be the one he misses.
Again, 30th kill, not coming just yet. 29 is where he'll stick. And reliance on his teammates. Benji and RieNs to try and fight versus 3. Benji, he might have caught timing here. Look how locked in kaajak is. He's so locked in, he doesn't even realize that somebody's rounding this corner. He might just be about to lose his life to absolutely nothing. RieNs only just making it to the scene, but he needs to do everything. Shoots that to try and let them know that they're around that position. Instead, though, the A site has been claimed. FNATIC will fall into the retake.
Yeah, and because that reveal was broken in mid, as you said, by Benji, they're sending players out to confirm there's no one there. It draws their eye away. It stops the spams that could have come through. Instead, a cautious FNATIC, even now, cautious of the flank, but seeing nothing. Yet the timing in mid will be so important. They've seen each other. Alpha caught Benji. Benji was waiting just a few seconds more and he had the flank of the game, but instead now it's an advantage to the defensive side. A failed usage of the paranoia. It means less to work with to slow them down. In fact, no utility. All that they've got is the brawn alongside the shorty up close from Woot. RieNs as well. Hold on, they're making it work on the site. They had no utility.
Time.
The numbers against them, but the time ticking in their favor now.
Failure. And it's a standard that is only held to very, very few.
Oh, damage. Lots of damage. And Koshmaras with the wall bang onto Boaster that owed in effect. To great effect, apparently. They know there was a spam in main. FNATIC know that someone was around wine, but Woot! How is he still alive? And crashies tagged up from their battle earlier is in a lot of trouble. The spike is alone in his hands. If he falls, this round is done. And there's only 35 seconds left. A move needs to be made. Koshmaras toying with his food. We all know that fight in main is where the turning point of this round comes into play. They don't yet know on the defensive side that the spike is there, but within 20 seconds, they will be finding out. Woot swings in for CyvOph. The nade delaying the push out from crashies. The time ticking away. There's 12 seconds left as FNATIC make it towards the site. They're catching kills across the board, but there is no time. A denial of the plant, all that's needed. But Heretics have failed at that hurdle, and now crashies given a chance, a lifeline for...
And not something that has been needed to be challenged. There is still a dart available, but I don't
Revealing area.
believe, that's going to be going anywhere near him. So he's still able to hold on to that ground. This is where things get a bit dangerous. If he can pull off a big moment here, maybe the spike will be dropped in a similar way to the last.
Oh, what a moment for kaajak to fall, but Boaster and CyvOph are there. That site hold is not gone just yet, but Benji with a crucial kill. That's Alfajer down and out, and although we lose RieNs on the crossback, the hero of so many rounds for Heretics, the spike is still there for the attackers. The wraparound from Boo, main gonna be held late in the round as well by that trap. But can the spike make it to the site in time? 12 seconds, and it could be caught on the cross.
Oh, tagged up. He needs to get past the wall, but the spam's not quite going to work out. And Benji, he's taken the initiative. Aggressive through. Wants to destroy the dart to try and keep his teammate alive, and he has done so. Boo holding the angle. CyvOph and crashies to keep them in the tournament. The timing of the smoke seemed like it couldn't be worse.
One suppressed.
But they haven't managed to capitalize off the back of it. Benji's been cleared, and now all up to the leader of Boo. A 1v2 to win this one out, to get rid of FNATIC from this tournament, but the shots aren't landing until the last moment. 2 bullets remaining, and he will do it! A Red Bull clutch from Boo!